We're back. We are back.
We are back, people. Episode, I think 4 or 5. Across the Bridge reunion. Myself, WorldWideChels, for 017. We're in a good mood, people. We're in a good mood. Um, Hopefully, you guys are in a good mood as well. We've got a lot of Chelsea news to be talking about. I'll be in my work office in the next 3 days. So I thought, you know what? We have to stream tonight. Make sure you guys tune in every single day when possible. Like the video, subscribe, all that good stuff. And yeah, we're going to be speaking up Mason Mount, Caicedo, and also Vlahovic, of course, which is, we've been offering certain numbers bidding, and that's been taken away from other news as well. So before we get into it, Feroz, how are you, first of all?
I'm okay. Obviously, the entire football mood is weird regarding the whole Vinicius thing. So everyone is really upset about that. So obviously that was really upsetting to see yesterday. But thankfully, as you and I speak right now, 3 La Liga referees got fired. Right, like last.
About time.
Yeah, and now more things are happening. So that's good, bro. That's good.
I'm surprised this stuff is still happening.
I know, exactly, bro. Exactly. But
I mean, I'm not surprised about the racism. Like, that's always going to be there. We need to do more, as always. But I'm just shocked with La Liga. I'm shocked with, the comments made, the people around. Obviously, his own players supporting and stuff. But the actual league is embarrassing. I would not want to play there if I was there, personally.
100%. But like, it's one of those things where a lot of people are like, oh, is this a minority? Like, you know how when obviously the whole incident happened when we played PSG and the whole racism thing regarding the train situation. You know, racism happens everywhere, unfortunately. But I still think La Liga just doesn't do enough compared to the rest of the leagues. And obviously, like, Italian league is really bad as well. But I'm glad, like, finally it took like a few people to really stand up and speak out. Like, Brazil is really getting involved, right? Like, the whole
Yeah, I've seen that.
really meant, like, they're just like the lights out for that tonight in Rio. So that's good to see. Plus, the president spoke as well. So I'm glad, like, more people are in the higher up are getting involved. It was disgraceful what the La Liga president said, but thankfully things are looking a lot better than they were yesterday.
Yesterday, yeah. Before we get into all the Chelsea news, people keep liking the video, and I also want to say, big up Rio Ferdinand for tagging Pele. Pele come out with a statement today. I don't know if you guys noticed it, but Rio Ferdinand tagged everyone, in his comments, saying we need to do more about this situation, this racism. He tagged Pele. Pele's page come out of the blue. The Undertaker, people. R.I.P. Pele, by the way. But on a serious level, I don't know if you saw it, but it was kind of funny in a way. I didn't expect it.
Anyway, yeah, because they tweeted as well, right, today?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So they're saying, like, Rio Ferdinand's a legend for that.
100%.
Yeah. Big up everyone in the comments as well, man. Big up Jordan. Hope you're good, man. Let us know your thoughts on Money Mace. It looks like we are definitely letting this guy go. What happened with Mount? Let's get straight into it, people. What happened with Mount? That's a very good question, my friends. Oh, wrong one. Wrong one. Speaking to some sources today, it is going to be very difficult to extend Mason Mount. Really complicated. Now, a lot of you guys will say, oh, who's your source? Oh, who's your news? Oh, who's this and who's that? Well, you guys all love Fabrizio Romano. You lot all bum it for Fabrizio Romano. You can have this news, people. Mason Mount, very difficult. Really complicated situation. Feroz, you was telling me before this stream you're very sad about this news.
Nah, yeah. Him leaving is just really upsetting, considering the fact that Pochettino really wants him to stay. But it seems like in a crazy world, which looked like the most crazy link up in terms of how it's funny how this happens with Chelsea. We always used to talk about, like, Wayne Rooney playing with Juan Mata at Chelsea, and then Mata ends up at United with Rooney, which was weird because we subscribed Rooney. Then, like, Pogba, like, is gonna link up with Mourinho at Chelsea and Matic, and guess what? All 3 of them end up at United. I'm saying this for a reason, because for the past 4 or 5 years, everyone was saying Mason Mount, Mason Mount, Mason Mount, Declan Rice, Declan Rice, Declan Rice, and both of them will probably end up at Arsenal, which is such a bizarre thing, right?
They could win the Champions League and the Premier League next season with that.
Like people can say what they want about Mason Mount. Obviously, my bias is going to kick in, and whenever I discuss Mason Mount, I'm really respectful for the person I'm discussing with, but his numbers don't lie, right? Obviously, this season should not be talked about because every single player has underperformed. So and obviously injuries did not help him.
Do you actually think he'll move to Arsenal?
Do I think he's going to move to Arsenal base?
Yeah, yeah.
If United spend a lot of money on Neymar and Liverpool, like I feel like spend a lot of money. Obviously, it's different, but if they spend a lot, and I mean a lot of money on McAllister, then because Mace, you want like a lot of money. You want at least 40, 50 million at least. It should be more, but obviously having 1 year left doesn't help us. So it's sort of like tricky in terms of that. But I'm just really upset the fact that he is probably going and linking up with Declan Rice and all, and it should have been us, right? But
Yeah, I mean, look, Declan Rice has been with Chelsea for many, many years, and we're hearing now that he doesn't want to even join Chelsea.
why would he?
Yeah, I mean, why would he? And also, we see a lot of positive vibes and people pushing the Declan Rice narrative. Even Alex Goldberg is saying that he's not really interested in joining Chelsea right now in a
Yeah.
way. So we've gone.
Why would you?
I mean,
Here's the thing. Okay, I'm Mason Mount right now. Right, I'm Mason Mount. Do I stay at my boyhood club? I mean, I guess Sportsmith is some another club he's really attached to. But do I stay at this boyhood club, aka Chelsea, and constantly get memed, abused by a lot of fans, underappreciated? I know other players are going to join or play in my position, so I may have to play a deeper role. Or do I go to a club that's in the Champions League that I can link up with my best friend and a club and the fan base that will really respect me, right? That's how
wait,
I
Papa
see it.
He's Papa Chilston. It's Papa
No,
Chils.
but here's the thing, bro. As Didier said, right now this club is not like you can't recognize this club. Now I'm not agreeing with Drogba, but I just see like compared to like 24 months ago, everything has changed. Everything, the people, the players, everything about the club has changed. So it's lost its identity, and unfortunately, last season's whole chaotic mess, or should I say, this season is just not helping the scenario. Which is why I feel like it's a shame. But even the old board should have done a lot better when we won in Porto. We should have like signed them up, right? We took too
But
long.
first, that's a bit harsh. I think in business it's very difficult, and it's very easy for us to say that because we've been so successful over the years. But it was very simple for Roman to come in because we weren't as good. We were average. We were competing for cups, but we were nowhere near in the league. So when Roman come in with all this money and we done everything, it looks perfect. But we've been there. We've done that, and for another owner to come in, it happens. Business can't be perfect. They say in
Bro,
business in general, first
bro, but
year is never successful.
but what I used to really talk about is besides I guess Eden Hazard and Courtois, it's rare a player leaves the club to join a better, bigger club, right? Or just like a first teamer or someone who gets a lot of minutes and is important for us to go abroad or just switch clubs. Mata did not start for us, that's why we got rid of him. Matic, same thing as well. Like, we got Kante and then like obviously other players were coming in as well. So he eventually left. But what I'm trying to say is that this is the first time we want to really keep a player, and then he's leaving. And of course, last season, same thing happened with Rudiger and Christensen, right? So this pattern is scary, and it just seems like I'm not gonna say we're a selling club, but it's not a good luck, bro. Like I said, we always people go like, why so obsessed with Mount fan base, blah blah blah. The fact that after JT, I repeatedly say this, we produced like a few talented Carbon boys, like really talented. right? And then for him to like go to a rival, just it's bitter with me, you know.
I hear what you're saying, man. I hear what you're saying, guys. Everyone in the comments, let us know your thoughts on Mason Mount the situation. Are you sad? Are you happy? And why? Let us know in the comments down below. Serenaf always super chatting as always. Big up the panel. We stop stressing on Mason. In the end, his interests may not align with the club. Hopefully, we make a Hazard deal for
With
Mount.
1 year left. I mean, Hazard has had 1 year left, but it was a lot more different, right? With Hazard and his global brand and stuff. Me, it's probably like 50 million, 40 million, I guess.
Yeah, they wanted 70
Also,
initially.
to answer Wayne's question, I I wouldn't be opposed to it. I think he's a really good player, but I wouldn't pay like some ridiculous amount of money for him.
I mean,
Um,
we'll talk about that. We'll talk
yeah.
about that. For his Wayne's always like eager to get into the next topic.
Hmm.
So
Big
let's read
operate.
some. Yes, big up Wayne. Let's talk about some of these comments. Mount leaving is so stupid from the owners. For the fact that Mount wants to leave for a rival club, I lost my respect for Mount. He also says, "I am sad because I always thought Mount would be a club legend. Whether you like him or not, Mount leaving is terrible for all optics. We got sell Mount for 85 million. We've got Wayne saying I could see Mount going, but I think it will be abroad. Sell Mount as MG.
This is so
Um,
sad, man.
so that is where we are. So guys, let us know your thoughts. Mason Mount. Do you want to see him stay? You want to see him leave? Let us know in the comments down below. And again, big up Serena for the super chat. Make sure you guys keep liking the video. We enjoy and appreciate every single one of you lot joining us this late today. For us, on to our next topic that I do want to speak about is oh yeah, just quickly, guys. We're expecting Poch to be announced ASAP, and we still haven't announced. And Fabrizio Romano said we can't control the club statement. Pochettino has signed everything, and he's already working on signings, so you need to be a bit more patient. Talking of this player, though, talking of this player here, right here for us. You know why I'm saying that, right?
Yeah, because of the clip I posted.
So let me tell you guys a fun fact. When Flores posts a montage or any football highlights or whatever, and I interact with it, when I interact with it, it explodes. I don't know what it is, Flores. If I give the thumbs up to it, it explodes. Other than that, you're not popping, bro. But I wonder why at that moment it popped. What's so special about him, Flores?
It's a coincidence, bro.
It is a coincidence. It is a coincidence.
Big up mental health.
Hey, Patrick, you just missed the whole Mason Mount topic. You should have heard Feroz. Feroz gave a speech on why Mason Mount should stay and why it would hurt for him to leave. You just missed it. If I was you, I'd watch the last 7 minutes back and then watch live. But yeah, guys, keep liking the video, man. Why does he call you big up? Why does he say big up mental health? Though? No, seriously, why?
I think I don't know. He's just bigging up mental health. Like mental health is an important topic that people should talk about. I guess I don't know.
Guys, I want to change the subject quickly. I saw a clip of Lukaku scoring a goal, and they put 94 minutes against Manchester City, 1-0 Champions League final. they're putting these cameras up already, people. Like, Lukaku will score the winner against Man City. I mean, I don't know what you guys are smoking. Almighty Blues, one of my favorite guys right now, people. First, tell me you've seen this guy.
Looks familiar.
Oh, come on. Hey, Almighty, come and join Ankit. Come and join us one day, man. This guy, he streams every single game, bro. Every game. Watch along, preview, reviews. He
Big
covers
up.
all clubs. Chelsea fan, but covers everything, man. Big fan of him, man. Big up to you, man.
KD was the winner. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Why would you win the Ballon d'Or if it should be Haaland? A guy that we both wanted, by the way. Memories. Big up to you, man. You should get some sleep, bro. Moment of silence on Werner, who couldn't score on off the pitch.
Let's just not even talk about that rumor, man.
Okay, cool. What's this? What's this about? I didn't even see it.
Oh, you don't know? Okay, you know the whole David Moyes and Zaha rumor.
Oh yeah.
So Tuchel and Timo Werner. Just it's similar to that.
No way.
I mean, it's not similar, but it is something
Around that
about
topic.
yeah,
I get what
about
you're
like
saying. I get what you're saying.
yeah, just stupid, bro.
So what's his name a rumor to United? I see it trending. I see it trending.
Yeah, I mean, it makes the most sense, right?
But why would he
Which,
go to that dead
okay,
club?
Sadiq, which clubs can afford him right now? The salary
PSG.
and whether you guys
Barca.
like it or not, Manchester United always can afford those type of players.
Newcastle. Man City. Barcelona. Real
You,
Madrid.
you you think he would ever go to like you think Pep would want him right now, man? Like the way City are set up. Imagine they replace Bernardo Silva with him. Oh my days!
They will do the quadruple with Neymar.
Forget quadruple, bro. They would win the quadruple for the next 4 or 5 years. Oh, I forgot that could happen because Bernardo Silva was linked with PSG, right? So
Yeah, I don't know if you guys watched Rory's video today.
big up
Said
Rory.
he said Man City are ruining football. He's saying that they keep winning, they keep spending, and it's very true. Our fan base and other fan base can complain about Man City and what they've done, or whether they've cheated, or whether they cheat the books, or whatever it is. Okay, but in reality, it's an excuse to avoid our own issues, our own football clubs. So Arsenal should focus on the club. Chelsea fans should focus on the club. United should focus on the club. We shouldn't be talking about City. City got money. We've got money. We should be competing, bro. We shouldn't be this behind Man City. I'm not saying that we have to win every single year, but we should be a lot closer, bro. Since 2016-17 season, I was thinking, you got me on Instagram, bro. Instagram story, you got me. I posted when they were celebrating the City players, and I was saying, what's going on? It's been 7 years since we competed and won the title. We haven't been second, have we? I don't think we've been second once. Are you not worried for us?
If
Yeah, I
they
think
went
that
to the
face says it
Champions,
all. I think
if
that
you
face
went
says
into
it
the
all.
Champions League, it would be such a disaster, bro. If you didn't win the Champions League and all these other European trophies the last 4 or 5 years, it would be a disaster. Also, going to the FA Cup finals again and again and again and keep losing is not helping us. But it is what it is. Hopefully, Pochettino is the guy, man, to build our club properly and be the perfect guy to manage these youngsters and get us back to the top.
Mm. So I got one here as well, by the way. Chelsea's priority is to sign someone in midfield with energy and who can run a lot next to Enzo Fernandez, keep an eye on Caicedo. Surely on a normal day that would be Kante. But we know with his injury record, maybe Chelsea need to think long term.
Hmm.
By the way, just quickly before we talk on this topic, how old is Lavia?
I'm assuming mid 20s.
He's not 19, is he?
Is he 19? He could be. I don't know.
Bro, I saw crazy sentences. I saw 19 years old. I've not checked, by the way, guys. Can someone tell me if he's 19?
Is he
Because if
19?
he is,
Oh my days.
if he's 19, I'll be shocked. But I saw something. I read something. I might be wrong, though. I might be wrong. Apologies if I'm wrong, though.
Hmm.
Patrick, there's no point. He's going to Arsenal. Your boy is going to Arsenal. I was right.
Oh wow. Damn.
I was right, man. 19 years old, and I see a lot of people slating him in the last game, by the way. They were slating him,
Bro,
literally so
the
long.
problem with social media, man, people are so reactionary, bro. Like everyone is so critical about every single play, every single player, every single scenario. It's ridiculous. All these agendas, like I keep wondering, bro, like with so many players, like for instance, Iniesta, get this fact. John Terry has more goals than Iniesta.
I know. I
Yeah.
say that too.
And
I
now
say that a lot.
if social media was a thing back then and people were all about stats and stuff, bro, Oh my god, man! That's why people go crazy. It's like as Pep says, football is such a simple game, man. You know.
Yeah. But talking of you read on 25K? Really? That's
Probably he's a youngster playing in Southampton. Then that does make sense, right?
no, Southampton usually give way less than that. He's saying that's a lot of money, by the way. I agree, man.
Mm.
Um, what about Caicedo, man? You a big fan of him?
I'd want him, but I just don't want like Brighton. I don't know, man. I'm cool with for me regarding midfield. I'm not too concerned about like which profile we get, whether it's Caicedo, whether it's Slavia, whether I mean, obviously the dream would have been Rice, but I'm cool with anything. That's not even my priority. I'm just sick of this whole striker situation. At least midfielders and stuff we've had like Kovacic did his job well. Kante, unbelievable, right? We won the league twice with him, I think. Was it once or twice?
Who Kante?
Once, right? Yeah,
Kante?
yeah.
Yeah,
Once,
once.
once. Um, but yeah, so like I just want the striker situation just to be sorted, man. Then the rest can just fall in place, bro. I trust
Hmm.
Pochettino to sort it out.
It's tough, man. It's tough. It's going to be a very interesting situation. I mean, you sent me a tweet earlier, which I'll pull up shortly, about how many players Chelsea want to sell. And yet again, your numbers and names that we talk about and targets that you like, okay, keyword like, come up in the news, people. I don't know what it is. Every time you say something for us, it's coming up.
It's a
Whether it's
coincidence,
Ramos,
bro. I'm not an ITK person, man. It's a
well, I didn't say that. I just said
I'm
people that you
just saying.
like. I,
Mhm.
I made it very clear. Players that you like, you talk about them randomly that no one's talking about, and they come up in the reports.
Hey, I
It's
like
like
him. I like Mbappe, bro. Imagine.
listen, don't be surprised. Mbappe news comes out in the next 48 hours, people. But um,
Mbappe. Oh my days.
I mean,
Yo, I agree with Patrick. The window does need to be perfect.
yeah, but what's perfect? What is perfect for you guys?
How much player attraction power does Pochettino have? That's the only thing apart from financial profile. We've got to sign players. No, as Lampard said, it's crazy. Lampard is so well spoken, but that's one thing that's been really frustrating with me with Lampard. Like he shouldn't lie about certain things. The fact about like, oh, players are gonna be fighting for their future, blah blah blah, and then he plays players like Ruben who's probably leaving, and then Pulisic. Like I don't know, it's just weird. But as Lampard said before, the fact that it's Chelsea, it's still a big club, man. So in terms of like signing players, that should not be a problem at all. Especially the fact that like one concern would have been for players like, oh, Chelsea has so many players, where are we going to play? But if you offload those like 10, 12 players, it should be fine. Obviously, players will prefer playing, for a Champions League team. However, it's fine. Money talks.
Money always talks, my friends. I've invited two guests. One you've never spoken to. He's my best friend in real life. His name is Manhandled. Welcome.
Wow, I just caught the end of that. What a
What?
fitting entry.
How are you, man?
I'm looking at news. I'm looking at Twitter, and then I've just seen your comment saying Farouz has got loads of news. So I'm waiting to hear what it is because
Did I
obviously
say?
I wasn't
Did I
joining.
say that?
It said earlier on in the stream that we're delaying 2 minutes because Farouz has got news with his best friends or something like that.
What news do I have, bro? I don't have any news.
Guys, it was my fault. I was just late, man. I apologize, man. I apologize. But
See, when you guess, and I know you're joking, other people don't. I'm looking on
yeah.
Twitter. Oh, Sadiq told me there's news. Farouz must have tweeted something. Maybe he said something. He's got Hazard and Terry behind him. Maybe it's something to do with one of them coming back. Maybe.
I
Oh,
wish. I wish.
Farouz and Terry. That's what is Hazard. Oh, oh,
Yeah.
Nah, I got no news, man.
No news today, man. Another day. Maybe another day. Saranov, what you saying, man?
Hey, big up, guys, big up.
Big up, big up.
I could see all the folks in the chat busting with Mason Mount in and Mason Mount out. Guys, just get it right. If the player wants to leave, even the manager or the owner cannot stop him. And if the player wants to stay, that's when you could argue why is the manager getting him out. So it's entirely up to the player. Get
Yeah,
it right.
I wanna echo as well because obviously Manhandle is a big fan of Mason Mount. He wants him to
Don't
stay.
don't stop lying, please.
All right, let's see
People
your
on this.
thoughts. Let's hear it. Talk to us, Mason Mount. Obviously now we're hearing more talk stalling. What's your thoughts?
To be honest, I'll be happy when this saga ends because it's just taken up too much time. You've got almost a 50-50 split in the fan base. And I thought it would be kind of, your match goers. You have this, foreign fans and match going fans. And generally there is a trend with opinions. But I'm seeing also a lot of match going fans like myself going, they're sick and tired of this Mount thing and they just want it done. And if he leaves, he leaves. For a couple of years, he was fantastic. But I will compare it, and maybe it's an unfair comparison, but when Willian's your standout player in a poor season, Mount was almost the same for a couple of years. I know
Wow.
he did well, but he's lacked any sort of form for the last 18 months. If he doesn't want to sign a contract, whether they've given him a deal, whether he doesn't get paid enough, if you're a club man, like people make him out to be the new Frank Lampard, then you'd probably come to a compromise. You've got some people on Twitter who are clearly on the pay, getting some sort of giving their bias, I suppose, and giving, in my opinion, some false news and speculating. But yeah, if he wanted to sign it, he'd sign it. They come to a compromise. He's got people working on the deal. He's obviously exploring his options, and who blames him? He's young. He can get a big contract. He can go to a big club.
Well,
But
Arsenal.
well, Arsenal are in a better position than us. They're in better place for the next few years.
Based on
Liverpool.
what? Based on what?
Well, the last 12 months. I mean, for
So
Chelsea to
what?
gain
That's better than what we've done over the years. Is that what you're telling me? One
the
season.
last time we challenged for a title was 7 years ago. We haven't breached the 74-point mark since we won the league with Conte. We've divered between top four, nearly missing out. We haven't finished higher than third. We're going to be almost half the points away from Man City this season. Arsenal, I'm not saying in one season they've transformed themselves into an amazing club again, but they've got a young squad with a manager that knows how they want to play. We haven't got that. Yes, we may have Poch. Yes, we may have some players, but we've got a bunch of individuals right now. We don't have any semblance of a first 11, of a style. We've been built on back three, four at the back. We've got wing backs in Chilwell and James that are injured all the time that, we don't know if they can actually play in the back four because we never have the chance to see them. So, yeah, we've got no style. So, yeah, I mean, we are behind Arsenal. We're behind Liverpool as well. Liverpool won the league a few years ago against a dominating Pep Guardiola side who have won it 5 in the last 6 seasons. So we're miles behind these clubs. So I wouldn't blame him if he wants to go. But when people start to make him out like the new Frank Lampard, who, was a fantastic player and a loyal servant to Chelsea, he hasn't been here long enough and he hasn't provided the form and the class that Lampard did in his time. Maybe he will do if he stays for another 10 years. But right now, we almost treat him like a club legend when really and truly, he hasn't won us the Premier League. I know he did well in the Champions League. Don't get me wrong. I'm not taking away that year and a half worth of form. He came in under Lampard and did well. But we make him out to be some sort of legend when really and truly he's not achieved anywhere near, half of what are supposed club legends, your Terrys, your Drogbas, your Lampards. Hazard single-handedly took a team for years upon years. Mount's done that, as I said, in a poor side. And when you're the standout player in a poor side, it, for me, doesn't do good reading. So as much as I've droned on about Mount, if he stays, he stays. I'm happy. But I'm sick and tired of listening to it. And if he goes, he also goes. I'm not that fussed. I'm not that bothered anymore because it's tiresome.
Well, there we had it, people. The second coming of Johnny Minnels, where he goes on and on and
never
on.
say that again, please.
But Serena's obviously giving his point. Everyone that's tuned in, man, keep liking the video. We're trying to get different opinions on here. Obviously, Feroz is a bit sad that Mount could be leaving. Johnny's like, yeah, he doesn't really care. And Serena's like, if the player wants to leave, he wants to leave. And I'm saying, I'm neutral. So yeah, that's the first one. So enough. Let's talk about this midfielder. Who you looking at this summer? Caicedo, Lavia. Who do you want to see?
I want to see Ugarte and Lavia for Chelsea.
No Caicedo, no Declan Rice, no Basmati Rice.
No, it's overrated. Basmati rice is overrated, I'd feel. I'd rather sign Ugarte and Lavia. Lavia because he is for the future, and Ugarte is for the present and for the future. And I would, if I get a chance, get rid of Kova and Kante because of the fact that Kova is unreliable at worst, and at best he's world class, but the best has been until last season. This season he has been like a shadow of himself. And Kante, let's face it, he is not going to be the 38 games player anymore. He is going to play hardly 15, 20 games a season, and we need someone who is more reliable. And as for Declan Rice and Caicedo, I kind of feel that Caicedo is going to have a lot of competition and the price is going to increase. And Declan Rice is overrated just because he's a Chelsea academy player and he's an English player.
Mm. No, definitely.
I mean, he's
Uh,
worth, don't get me wrong, guys, he is worth, like, I would say 60, 70 million. But just because of the English tax and he's a Cobham boy, he's rated at 100 million, which is like, I would say, at least a 20, 30 million above his value. That's my only point.
yeah, no, it's a fair point. For us, the story that we've seen. I mean, first we saw it from a reliable source that we did bid from. Wasn't it Julian Lawrence?
Yeah, Julian.
Which was via Alex Goldberg and ESPN or one of the other providers, and obviously Fabrizio Romano has come out saying that we've not made a bid. They do appreciate the player, and he's one of many names on the list. What do you make of him?
What I make of the situation and what I make of him as a player.
Both.
I think there's definitely some truth in the bid. I think it's just a discussion about formalities as to if it was like a verbal approach or if an official bid. Because Julian is usually reliable. And obviously,
That's what I was thinking.
and for me, Fabrizio is arguably the most reliable person. So I think there's definitely some interest, as he is mentioning. And I think he is a good player. Not 90, 80, 90 million, maybe 50, 60 million. If he cannot get like a Martinez, sure, Vlahovic seems good. Like he's bulky, big, left-footed, and he had a great start with Juventus. And obviously now, after it got confirmed today that they got deducted 10 points,
Mm-hmm.
it's much more likely that he's going to leave.
Definitely.
It'll be interesting to see where he ends up because United obviously do want him for obvious reasons because the whole situation with Weghorst is not the best thing for them. And I generally believe that Osimhen is gonna like end up at Bayern or some like Champions League club, unfortunately. So that's why we're looking at Vlahovic and stuff.
That's a crazy one, definitely for sure. Before we introduce Matt, Matt's already gone, but Johnny, I think you have to go very soon. So talk to me about the situation before you leave.
I think Champions League clubs will be first in the queue. It may be that we want certain players, but will they want to choose us? We've got no Champions League. We've got Newcastle coming into the fray. You've got Tottenham, can't get any worse, and we're still below them. So yeah, I mean, are these big players? Your Rice being linked with Arsenal, that's a better move for him. He slots into the midfield. There's a clear, position for him to play. They're going to play Champions League, and obviously, he wants to play Champions League football. Ugarte, Lavia, Caicedo, again, they're going to leave for clubs that are going to pay them the money, but also give them the opportunity. And right now, we are not at the top of the list because we're not in the Champions League. We were in a better position in last summer and January to sign these players on long-term deals because we were in the Champions League. But now we're not in it. It wouldn't be, if we take our bias aside, then, I think we have to understand that other players are going to want to these players are going to want to go to other clubs.
Mm.
Like, look at Vlahovic, for example. I know you just messaged me saying we're talking about Vlahovic. I'm talking about other players as well. But the point is, he going to, if there's a bid from Liverpool, who, you know, are losing Firmino, for example, if there's a bid from another Champions League club, why would you come to Chelsea? I know we may pay the wage, we may give him a long deal, but why would you? Because Chelsea have got a lot to do to get back into the Champions League. And as I said, I'll go back to the point about Newcastle. We've now got sort of a top 6, top 7. Brighton, you know, on the periphery. They've obviously still got a long way to go to get Champions League. But, you know, these players, you know, want Champions League football. They don't want to come and play in the Europa League.
But Nkunku came.
Yeah, but that was when we were in the Champions League. That was done, 6 months ago? And probably
we
on
were
the
like
visor.
10th. We were like 10th or 8th.
But at that point, we still had the chance to turn it around. We had a few good performances. Potter came in and had a few decent performances. Look, we were in Milan, weren't we, when we won 2-0? And that's a complete and utter contrast to what he ended up with, Graham Potter. After, you know, the way we played in that game, we still weren't amazing, but we turned them over. And then you look at the results we had 3 months later, and it was a completely different team. So I think Nkunku thought we were probably going to get Champions League. And even us, probably as fans, thought until January, February that we'd still get Champions League. It was only when we hit reality, when Potter would pretty much hit rock bottom, that we thought, okay, we're not going to get Champions League. And that's when I think it becomes an issue. When am I going to get this King Didier playing to you, by the way?
There you go.
I
Look, it's playing. Look, it's playing. Look.
I asked you for it. And is it on live on the website?
Yep, it's gone. We just got it live right this second, people. Come and check it out.
What's on the back?
King Didier 11.
Okay, fine. I can certainly buy that. That looks good. What's the price? 28.
Yeah, 28, guys.
Yeah, that's decent, man. That's decent.
Check it out, people. WorldWideChels merch. Come and check it out.
Love
that. Buy that. There's ones with logos and one without logos. Please come and check it out.
When we're going to do discount codes, man. I mean, look, at the end of the day, you're Chelsea, right? And even Father's asking. Right now, we're sitting in what, 11th, 12th place? Can you not give us 11 or 12% off in order to watch this drivel that we're watching every week? Come on, you need to discount codes, bro.
Guys, let me tell you lot something. I've suffered so much because of this season. You guys have to, help me out. I'm dying right now, So, yeah.
But I've
videos.
I've even more Sadiq because my proper Chelsea players, Declan Rice and Mickey Mount, are leaving, and this is a travesty. The proper Chelsea that they play for the badge, this and that, but they don't want to stay at the club. So I'm just in shock, Sadiq. I'm genuinely just in shock. I couldn't believe it. I mean, I've been saying it for 3 years now. Declan Rice will never join the club. Mason Mount will always leave. It's nothing special. Like, the guy is a bang average player. I think I clap my hands for what he's done in this team, like every single other player. But it's time to go. It's time to move on. I mean, we've got better players coming up, and we're going to find better players. He's nothing special in our team anymore. He wasn't the guy that, we all thought would be the next Frank Lampard, the next Eden Hazard. He became the English Willian. I think even Willian had a better career than him. So I think it's farewell to him. Goodbye, Mason Mount. And I'm here to back Carlito, because obviously Carlito's not here, so I'm going to back Carlito and say Mason Mount out, man. I mean, it's finally happening, man, and I can't wait for it to kind of go through.
Well, there we have it. I mean, that's what you call a massive Mason Mount hater, people. Opposite of Johnny Minerals, lads. Here we have it, Mason Mount. Big up, Matt, for joining.
It's just honesty, What has the guy done to deserve a contract extension?
Champions League winner, bro. Goals and assists.
So should we bring back Werner because he was in the Champions League? He got us that header goal. Should we bring him back?
Yeah, I mean,
Champions League was nearly 3 years ago. Like, we gotta move on, man. Like, it's been 2 years since it. Like, I can't believe we're still using that as an excuse. Like, I don't have any. It genuinely baffles me how we're still using that as an excuse. Like, let's bring back Cho. Cho was in our Champions League team. Look at him in Bayer Leverkusen, man. That's like one of the worst loan spells I've ever seen in my life. The guy could not get a goal in one of the worst leagues in the world. I've said that league is horrendous. That league is it's a one man race. Dortmund, I said this before. Dortmund will not make top six in the Premier League. Right? They're a garbage side. Right? 11 plays Chelsea better. So it's just Bayern Munich, and he could not score against any team in the Bundesliga. That's embarrassing. I hope we get rid of him ASAP. Bayer Leverkusen sent him a week early. His contract
It's
doesn't
because
end
it's
until
the last
June.
home game, I think, bro. That's why they've said goodbye. They said
His
goodbye to
contract
two
ends
players.
until June. He's not going to start next game, but he's leaving it. Like the guy's are the worst loans I've ever seen in my life.
It is a
And
bad loan spell, but remember, Dortmund are going to win the league. So whilst it is a one-man league or a one-team league, they are going to win it, probably Dortmund. I take your point, but Dortmund will probably win it this year.
first time in 9 years that Bayern's not going to win. But for me, it's just shocking. What a horrendous loan spell. Please get rid of him. If Chelsea fans still want Cho next season,
Me,
I don't even know what to say to that.
I do. But
Come
Matt,
on. You all love the Sheik and he's going.
Matt, listen, I want to leave you on mute because you're driving and you'll move like Nip and Sharma. So I'm going to leave you on mute for a few minutes. I'll bring you back in very shortly, but yeah, I'll leave you on mute. Guys, I want to plug the website one more time, people. Check out the new merch, Didier Drogba t-shirt.
Blocking my freedom of speech. He's blocking the freedom of speech.
Oh my days. Well, yeah, Manhandle, I'll let you go, man, because he's sending me 10 minutes. You've been here for 20 minutes.
What other merch you got on the site, bro?
Well, this is a new edition, basically. Drogba and Frank Lampard.
Are you getting anything else new in? Because obviously I've seen your other stuff. What else you got, bro?
We're looking at ideas so far. We want some feedback from everyone. If you
got anything for Hazard?
No, we actually don't. Actually, that's
JT?
what we can do. We don't have JT or Hazard. We've only got Drogba, Lampard, and the current players at the moment.
Okay,
Yes,
so
we've got 3XL, man. Look, we've got 3XL. Look, 3XL. We've got 4XL. We've got 5XL.
He's asking for discount, bro.
Yeah, where's my 12%, bro?
No, he's saying 3XL is in.
No,
the size.
look at the above thing. He's like, no discount.
Oh yeah. Listen, let me tell you something. Whoever orders merch, I'll give back the delivery money personally.
But you gotta prove that you subscribe to the channel.
That's true as well. But yeah, whoever buys it, I'll give back the delivery money, which is quite expensive. So yeah, how about that? Johnny, I'll let you go, man. You need to go sleep, man.
Thank you for having me. Tomorrow. Take care, guys. See you later. Take care, man.
Take care. Unlimited Dreamer. Let me just introduce you because you've been sitting very patiently. How are you?
I'm doing okay. Thank you for sending the link and all that. And yeah, just can't wait for this whole last week to go. And I'm just like, oh, thank God.
Yeah.
You know, just like the season's just been a horrendous season. I just want to go back into the past and just say, like, forget about the season, go to sleep for a whole month. I just knocked myself out.
We're back. We're going to be back next season, people.
I know. I just wish I could just go back to my past self and just knock himself out for like a whole freaking 6 or 8 months and just forget about this season.
No, I think we'll look back at the season and say, you know what, it was worth the stress if we challenge and win the league or do something magical next season. I think we'll look back at it and say, we've come a long way. If we were in Arsenal's position, I think we wouldn't bottle it like that. If it was to come next season, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. It could go anyway. It could go similar to this season.
I haven't seen any of the reports actually, because I just obviously.
Yeah, we'll bring it up. No, we'll bring it up. Feroz, I haven't spoken to you in a while. It's been a long time. Give us some topics, man. Obviously, we've spoken about Mount, we've spoken about Vlahovic, we've spoken about the midfielder situation. Poch not being announced. What do you want to talk about on this stream as co-hosts?
Man, it sucks what happened with Badiashile as well.
The injury. Is it confirmed 4 to 5 months?
I think it's gonna be long term. Unfortunately, hopefully not 4 months. Hopefully, like at least I'm hoping like 3-ish, 2-ish, 3-ish, because I don't want him to miss the start of next season. But obviously, Colwell, I guess that will be his time to shine, right?
Yeah.
What about Coco?
Correa.
Yeah.
He won't. Cucurella won't play in the back four.
He won't. Pochettino is more of a back four manager. He isn't a back three. He can't. He would say, like, what I found out through the strategic of Poch, he will use one of his. I think it's like a 4-2-3-1, is it, or is it a 4-2-3?
Yeah, 4-2-3-1 or 4-3-3. Yeah.
Yeah. What I found out is what I found out is he actually uses the DM that if they could play centre back as well in a way, he would let them drop all the way into the middle of the two, so it becomes a back three, basically a back three formation. So I feel like that's what Poch will try and implement. Because like, let's be honest here, I think we need a manager that's just going to be like, look, we're doing it my way or the highway. We just want a manager. We don't want a manager to go like, oh, the back three is simple for us. I want a manager just to stick these players in their head saying, look, if you don't do my way, you don't be fit enough to be in this club.
Last time a manager did that was sorry.
Well, Conte did our way, but they went like, no, we're not doing it your way. We're doing my way.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
excited about Cobble though. I'm excited about Cobble coming back.
Yeah, I'm really excited for Cobble. I'm glad we didn't actually sell him to Brighton because personally, I feel like we would have freaking regretted it fully.
Listen, I always say this, yeah. He is a very good player, but the way our fan base overrate him, I'm very worried about him when he plays for Chelsea. I'm gonna say that.
I'm sorry, but if anybody did
Colwell, depends, Sadiq, because Colwell is a good player, but it's the fans that overrate him like Mount did. Like, it's the same shit. Like, he's a good player, but he needs time. Would you rush him back next season, Sadiq?
No, I wouldn't personally, but I don't have the clout.
This is the thing, Sadiq. We ain't got any Champions League football or any European football in general. All we have is cup games and Premier League. Give him a couple of easy teams in the Prem and give him the run of the cup games as well.
That's a fair play. That's fair. I wouldn't be against that.
Yeah, and what I would do is against the big teams, I would try and see if Thiago Silva and Wesley Fofana, because they both are experienced players in the Prem fully. Obviously, Coble's had one full season at Brighton. I wouldn't give him the pressure of facing big teams like a Man City or a Man United or a Liverpool, because like our fan base will just freaking demand the absolute best out of him, even though he needs to have some trial and errors to learn.
Yeah, just
until they get to that prime, that's when we can actually judge them. Until they start, if they improve, and they get to that prime, and if they can't improve until that prime, then yeah, there's a point of that they would have to go. But
yeah, guys, he's not talking about KSI's drink or anything. He's talking about that, actual prime. I just want to say very quickly, I'm happy about Lukaku. I think he's going to be coming back. I think he'll be a key player.
Yeah.
Me and Feroz have spoken quite a lot about this player coming back. If he has a fantastic final against City, Feroz will be open arms. He'll have open arms for this player to come back, and I think he can work on the Poch.
That's exactly what I said, 100%. No, but like the thing about Colwell easing in as well, I feel like we're gonna do what we did with Reece James. Like how that entire season actually played a lot, and then slowly easing him in, giving him minutes, and obviously having injury issues. But that's nothing you're gonna do unless the club is desperate. Like for instance, this season, like a lot of players, I feel would have just been thrown in the deep end, and then but now later on, Mudryk and of course Nani, we're trying to slowly ease them in as well. So that's what's going to probably happen with Kobo. Hopefully,
sorry, Feroz. It's just that for me, all he needs to do is not listen to these ultra or whatever stupid idiot in our fan base says, and just learn from he's got Thiago Silva for a season to learn. He will improve. 100%. He will improve under Thiago Silva as well. That's I bet you, it's every young defender's dream to learn some new things with a really big defensive legend like Thiago Silva. Imagine John Terry was here as well. Imagine that.
What a partnership that would have been. No, but for 100%, right? Like players come here and then they learn from the very best, which is why.
I need to say Justice. Yeah, he's had 15 games in the Prem, but every single time he's played, they've made them better. Like, I think I remember that one game against Newcastle when they lost. Yeah, Colwell didn't play, right?
I think so. But those games
was that Everton? Was that Everton actually?
Yeah, Everton. But he was involved. Yeah. He was involved in Everton.
Was he?
Hmm.
Well, this is the thing. Well, yeah, okay then, but this is the thing. You can't compare a team like Brighton to Chelsea when we've had maybe a blip. I'm just saying maybe we could still have this blip through this whole new season. What do I know? But this with maybe like a quality defender near him, next to him, like a Thiago Silva or Wesley Fofana, he could gain a partnership with Wesley or Badiashile when he comes back and when he's fully fit. Hopefully, I pray to God he gets better soon.
Mhm.
And all I can say is that I feel like Colwell can do really well at the club. I feel like he
Andre
can.
Christensen or Chalaba?
What? What do you say?
Like Christensen or Chalaba?
Not like Chalaba. I feel like I know Chalaba's been here for a while, but I feel sorry for Chalaba. He hasn't been given any consistent game time. That's
Yeah.
the thing. I do feel
He's
sorry
been
for him,
treated wrong.
but yeah, but if he wants to get more consistent game time, it's best for him to go now because like I don't want to say it about someone who's came from the academy and all that, but he really does need to go. Like if Mount doesn't want to sign a new deal, then you can sod off then, mate. Us the fans are going to be here more longer than you. You could just go off and go somewhere and get your next paycheck.
What's with the anger, mate?
Yeah, what's with that?
No. I'm just saying about Mount. If he doesn't get a contract, if he doesn't want to accept the contract, or say like if he's getting like, hang on, he's under 100K a week, isn't it? Under 100K?
Yeah, I think right now he's making 80K, right, or something.
Yeah. So say like if you're getting like the performances you had, and they're offering you 120 or 150K a week, that's actually a big bonus in a way for you to get.
Here's the thing, right? First, let's separate out being a fan and being a player. Being a player is you're coming in doing the work. Whether you're doing shitty work or you're doing good work, you're doing the work. And at the end of the day, you want to grow professionally and financially. So if he is getting a better deal somewhere else, he will go.
Yeah,
And
that's
instead of
fine.
fans, venting it out at the owner or venting it out at the manager, which would create toxicity, I would just say swallow it, move on. That's it. Just swallow the anger. Like, he is a person who needs to grow financially as well. We are all over here trying to earn a buck.
I know. I understand that.
I mean, it's not.
understand.
I'm not
saying-
addressing it to you. It's the chat where I see everyone
Oh,
like going
okay.
berserk. Like,
Okay.
Mount, don't leave, guys. We sold Hazard. Like, Mount is. I won't even say half of Hazard. Come on, we sold Hazard.
Not even a quarter. Not even a quarter. 10th, mate.
Yeah,
He's not
exactly.
He's not even in Hazard's league.
Exactly
What
my
are you
point.
talking about?
And we sold Hazard. So, and Hazard wanted to leave, but he was very, how do I say, professional on that. He gave us
Yeah.
transfer requests and he waited his turn. And after they got the best deal of the century, he went on.
Yeah.
And he's still earning us big bucks.
Froze, you still talk to him?
No.
Oh. Hopefully, when he comes back to London.
I understand he wants to make money and all that stuff, but demanding 300K a week, I'm like, yeah, you've been here for long, you've won us the Champions League in a way, you've got Player of the Year twice, and I'm like, but you could have had multiple FA Cups. Where were you then for those FA Cups? That one chance against Liverpool, you should have scored that.
Listen.
I'm sorry, but Mount. I'm sorry. It's just Mount that to me. Mount just you need to.
Let's leave Mason Mount. Let's talk about Lukaku. I want to see Lukaku come back.
My God, that's going to be
Like
even more depressed.
Speak with all the nice snacks which he's having through the stream with chips and Oreo biscuits. Guys, please
The Jaffa Cake.
send some super chats so
Hey, Jaffa Cake. Big up.
please. Yeah.
Guys,
Yeah.
Yo, I've
I'm
never
here
had
for
a
what
Jaffa Cake
Lukaku.
before, man. I want to try it.
I'm not. Hang on. Can I just quickly say something to Patrick? I'm not having an agenda against Mount. I'm only got my own opinion about Mount. I would not want him to leave. But if he isn't gonna be fair, then yeah, he should go. If he isn't gonna be fair, then yeah, that's it. That's all I'm gonna say.
If it's on any other player, you have an opinion, but If it is Mount,
Mounts. Yeah, you don't.
you have an agenda, as per many people.
I'm not having an agenda against Mount. I rate the guy. It's just that
He's not
That's
saying
their
you. He's
logic.
not saying you.
That's their logic.
He's saying the fan base of Mounts.
okay, my freaking I'm like freaking my brain's not working today. I don't know why.
We can tell. For us, let's talk about Lukaku last time, and I'm gonna wrap up at an hour on the dot, so a few more minutes. For those,
Yeah.
Lukaku.
He's gonna come back, man. He's gonna come back because I don't see any club paying that much money for him, and I don't see him going back to a club unless Chelsea is willing to pay like half of it, which obviously we won't do that anymore, right? So like, he's probably gonna come back and play.
They want him though. They do want him.
Yeah, I mean that's what they're gonna say, right? To reduce the transfer fee, like when I say reduce, they would probably pay around 10, 15 million for him max, right? That's just the reality. His transfer value right now is not the greatest, and his salary is ridiculous. Like we are talking about like 300K, right?
Well, this is the thing then. If they want the reduced money, they shouldn't win the Champions League then. If they win the Champions League, then his price goes up. Sorry, that's plain and simple.
I mean, winning the Champions League and not all the money Inter and all these Italian clubs usually get, but especially Inter with the debt they're in, they're definitely gonna just give that, like, save that money and not even spend it. This is gonna be one of the situations where I'll be surprised if he ends up like in Inter, or like hopefully somehow he goes back, or not goes back, goes to the MLS or somewhere like that. I don't know, or which other club will pay that much for him, or Saudi League, but.
See,
City will. Oh my days.
Think of this guy. He likes to troll.
Sadiq, bro.
Al Nasser.
But yeah, that's how I feel with Lukaku.
he's still in touch with his team.
No, I haven't talked to him since that day.
Fair enough. Unlimited, what did you want to say, man?
I'm gonna say about Lukaku. Hopefully you go to a different club, mate. It seems like Inter will not get you because they won't be able to afford you, buddy. I don't want you to see Chelsea ever again.
Wow.
Well, and this is one thing. If he does, fine, but I'm not gonna support him.
What? If he scored 20 goals?
No, I'm just gonna be a neutral. I'm not gonna say, "Oh, Lukaku's the best. He's a great goal scorer at Chelsea."
What if you win the trouble with him?
Wait, what if you trouble with him?
Wait, yeah, we give him the trouble.
If I saw him and I was about to travel him, I'll be getting off the freaking bus. I'll be like, "Goodbye."
No, treble, 3 trophies. If you win those 3 trophies,
that's more of a team effort than him. So I'll just say good on with the team, but not him. Really.
What if he scores 20, 25 goals and we win the trophy?
Still being a neutral.
Really?
Still being a neutral. Yeah, I'm just gonna be like,
I don't believe you.
Congrats to him, whatever.
I cannot believe I thought he would have scored 30, 35 goals when he joined. I cannot believe that.
You owe me money, by the way. You said
that. When that game against Arsenal, man.
I know. Even I wrote the next Didier Drogba.
Him and Reece James. Oh, that.
Are you talking about me about giving? I owe you money.
No, for us, he owes money.
Oh, okay.
He said,
"Why do I owe you money?"
You said 35 goals, and he didn't.
Yeah, but we didn't bet on it. Let's not get into the betting topic again. All right.
Fair enough.
What's up?
Over to you, Lukaku.
Srinath loves Lukaku.
I know.
Yeah, I so love Lukaku. I'd love to see him in an Inter jersey without us paying for the fees. Please have him get some shame, some pride back into his blood, because of the fact that he is so shameless to be over there and request for 50% of his wages to be covered by Chelsea, wherein he did nothing to the club and nothing to contribute to its growth.
That was like the biggest robbery in the history of football. The Lukaku transfer, it's not us getting it for 90, 100 million. It's that 12 months later, He went back on
He
low.
done the shirt. Yeah, and he done the shirt.
That's the worst part.
This is the thing. It's the biggest robbery in football in general already. Oh, it's already the biggest robbery in football. This is the thing. When Lukaku went back there, he was with the owner. They shook hands. They got the number 90 shirt.
90
That's
million.
definitely them having a dig at us.
I would rather prefer him coming, wasting his career in the bench, and crying out loud the whole season.
Oh yeah, I don't mind if he just goes on the bench because I don't want him in the starting lineup.
Yeah,
Jesus.
or under 19 or under 21 squad. Just have him on the under 21 squad. Let him train with the under 21 squad.
Mm.
I'm
So
paying
you
you
do
the
Lukaku,
big
right?
bucks. You do whatever I ask you to do. That's pretty much it. I'm not asking you to mow the lawn. I'm just asking you to play with the under 21.
Well, guys, I've been enjoying my Jaffa cakes. But I do have work tomorrow morning. I have to get up at 7 a.m., 7:30. So what you eating? What you eating, fat boy? Oh, Galaxy.
Bro, you're the one who's eating this entire stream. I have white chocolate and you call me, bro.
Oh my god!
Now you're shaming Feroz, Sadiq. That's very bad.
Yeah,
Let's
bro,
watch him
wait-
eat. Let's watch him eat. Let's watch him eat.
Oh
we have an
no!
ASMR channel. Don't worry about it.
Hey, yo, I'm joking. Come on. I'm joking, man. Come on.
Even if you put it as a joke, Sadiq, that's still bad.
Bro, you're seeing Fat Boy and stuff when you're talking about Lukaku as well. That's just uncalled for.
No, I didn't say anything around that. That's really sad. But first, we're the same, man. We got glasses. We're both fat. You know, it is what it is. You know, we're the fat bros.
Both of us are one season wonders.
Yeah, we're one season wonders. We shine for 1 year, and then we fall off. But we stick together. That's what Chelsea should be doing. We stick together, people.
People think I steal money from you.
Yeah, people think we steal money, and people think that I steal money from you. It is what it is, people.
Big up Fatur. Fatur wants a link, bro.
Anyways, guys, everyone like the video, subscribe. Unlimited Dreamer, you always join half an hour, 35, 40 minutes late, unfortunately. Maybe you don't have the notification bells on. Surnough, always supporting. Like Unlimited Dreamer, much appreciated. Big up Matt, Manhandle that come on early as well. Hopefully I didn't miss out anyone else. But yeah, big up the team, people. Like the video.
Big up everyone. Like, comment, subscribe.
I don't know when we'll be streaming next because I've got work the next 3 days, but definitely for the United review, we'll be live here as well, people. So tune into that, man. Until then, catch you guys soon. Peace.
Peace.